What's up, gymmers? How you guys doing? Welcome to Motivation Monday. So we're going to be continuing on our series today about overcoming your crisis of belief. And the words today are, I won't. Okay? So I oftentimes plan out these Motivation Mondays. And so I'll sit down and I'll think about what do I want to speak about for the upcoming Motivation Mondays and all this kind of stuff. And as I've gone through this series, or as I was planning out this series of overcoming your crisis of belief, part one was all about overcoming your crisis of yourself and literally changing the words inside your heads from one of I am not to I am. The second one that we really kind of talked about last week is setting goals for yourself, setting vision for yourself, and really defining what it is that you want. Because when you know what you want, and you know the vision for your life, that helps you override that crisis of belief, because your vision and your want for a preferred future is more powerful than the doubts and the fears inside of you. So the third part of this series, I actually had it scheduled out to talk about setbacks, all right? So I won't allow my setbacks to defeat me. And surprise, surprise, typically what's happened my entire career is that when I have a topic to speak about, when I have something to really, really get across to you guys, I go through it first, okay? And today I am in the middle of a massive physical setback. As you guys know, many of you do, many of you don't, I have struggled with chronic neurologic Lyme disease for a long time, right? So we think that I got it about 8 years ago. I've been seeing a functional physician up in northern Colorado. I've gone to him 2 times now. He's ran an extensive battery of tests. He has confirmed that I have 2 types of Lyme disease in my body, one type of non-STD, chlamydia, and another parasite called rickettsia, all of which wreak havoc on your neurologic symptoms, and I have celiac disease, so they hit your neurologic system, your endocrine system, your digestive system, your immune system, and your neuromuscular fascial system as well. And so I am on a treatment that I started. I started with him in January. We were on some supplements to help get my body stronger and stronger and stronger. I just started on a naturopathic treatment to really take out these infections in my body. And I have more pain today in my body than I've had in probably 3 years. Okay? Everything in my body hurts. Everything in my body feels like I'm going into a flare-up, and it sucks, right? My jaw, my eyes, my neck, my shoulders, my elbows, my hands, my fingers, my spine, my back, my hips, my knees, my ankles, my feet. So all the joints in my body are on fire right now. They are stinging. They are aching. I lost words all weekend. I stumbled all weekend. I dropped things all weekend. I had a hard time cutting my 5-year-old's my peanut butter and jelly sandwich this morning. My hands don't work well. I was just typing out something that I'm going to give to you guys, and it took me forever to type because my fingers do not have coordination. So I do not have MS. However, chronic neurologic Lyme is no joke. And even my physician see, Luke, I lose words, right? So even my physician this past appointment told me that 5 years ago, if I had gone to a normal doctor, more than likely I would have been diagnosed with idiopathic MS, meaning that they would have they wouldn't have been massive lesions or anything like that. But my symptoms, because I was having massive swelling, massive foot drops, spinal pain, cognitive issues, depression, anxiety, bladder issues, eye issues, that I probably would have been diagnosed with that. But what they're finding is that a lot of MS can be linked to things, certain types of MS pathologies can be linked to infections and parasites and things like that. So I have something like that. I have something that is similar to that. Okay? So I'm going through a massive flare-up right now, and it's fitting because a lot of times we learn what we need to teach. Okay? We come in and we go through things in life that eventually are going to help us teach someone else how to get through. Now, you guys know I'm a movement geek, and I'm a neuroplastic movement geek, right? And I'm all about movement, and I'm all about, eating right and getting inflammation down and dropping stress levels and living that healing lifestyle. But this relapse has really, or not relapse, but this flare-up has really jacked my world up, right? So this whole weekend, I went through a lot of emotions. I had anxiety. I had depression. I had mania, meaning really hyperactive nervousness. I had fear. I had anger. I had irritability. And then today, I have this sense of peace, but also this fire and this warrior spirit rising up inside of me, being like, you know what? Because I'm taking these new treatments and because my symptoms are getting worse, I know that it's working. Because my symptoms are worse than they've been in years right now, I know this is working. I know I'm on the right path. I know we're running down my enemy. And so therefore, I'm excited today. Therefore, I'm fired up today. Therefore, I'm super, super confident that the message I'm about to deliver to you is what many of you need to hear today, because you're probably in one of three places. Either you're brand new to the MS gym, you've heard the rumblings of the MS gym and the victories that have come out of it, you've heard me speak, you maybe have seen some of the exercises, you've read some testimonials, and you're just fired up that you have this little seed of hope that has been that you haven't had before. So you're fired up and just wanting to know that this stuff is going to work. Then there's a second type of MSer that is in here and they've just started and they're on exercise, whether they're doing it sporadically or they're doing it consistency, and you guys are getting results. You guys are getting victories. You guys are like, oh my gosh, this movement stuff actually works, and Trevor actually knows what he's talking about. And then there's a third type of MSer that has been in here a while. They have used exercise. They have seen the victories. They have rocked it out. They're getting results, but yet they're in a place today where they're really struggling. They're struggling with motivation. They're struggling with pain. They're struggling with depression. They're struggling with, I don't know if this is going to work. They're struggling with, I was getting better, but now I'm having a flare-up. I'm having a relapse. I'm having a rough day. What used to work isn't working. I feel like my pain's going up. I feel like my symptoms are going up. I feel like I'm not getting better. And the hard part about that is that you've tasted victory and you know what feeling better now feels like. You know, and you've had victory over MS, and for it to rear its ugly head and take you out, or perception says that MS is rearing its head and taking you out, it's now taking you out. And that's a lie. MS may be affecting you. It's always going to be affecting you because it's always going to be in your body until there's an actual final cure for it. And even if there's a cure, you're still going to have that lingering neurologic damage following you. So you've got to use movement and mindset and lifestyle and education to move your body better to manage your symptoms. But the fact of the matter is that you've tasted victory, so that when all of a sudden MS or your symptoms flare up or whatever it might be, either because MS is jacking your world up, or maybe it's because your brain is processing the new stuff that you're feeding in your body, it's going to mess your world up. Because once you get that hope, and then you see that MS is still a very real part of your world, that can jack your world up and be very discouraging, very disheartening, and can take you out. So today, I'm not going to go for a long time today because I don't have a ton of, see, I'm losing words. I don't have a ton of energy, okay? I don't have a ton of energy. So I'm going to give you the very 10 things that I've been thinking about, the 10 lies that MS tells us, and then 10 truths that you can know, that you can bank on, that you can hang your hat on, that you can sit securely in, that you can anchor your belief in, anchor your trust in, anchor your efforts in, and anchor your life in, that are truths of the MS gym that we've gone over here. So I want to read those to you, and then I'm going to post them up in the groups, okay? So here's your sheet. I know this is backwards, but on this side, see, look at, like, just shaky. On this side, this is saying, this column, these are the lies. This column, these are the truths. So the title of today's message is, I won't believe the lies of MS because I know, ... The truths of the MS gym. So I won't believe the lie that I'm too broken to heal. My MS symptoms are too bad. I've had MS too long. My doctor says I'm too bad off. I've tried everything, but they don't work. I will not believe the lie that I am too broken to heal because I know that there is a starting point in everyone's brain, in my brain, in my body, for healing to start. I don't care if you're in a bed right now. There is a way for you to start healing. I don't care if you've been, quote unquote, stuck in a chair for 20 years. There is a place in your brain. There is a pathway in your brain where healing can start. I need you guys to realize that there are 4 quadrillion neurologic networks in your body that connect everything together. We will find a place for you to start that your brain likes, that your body likes, that you like. There is a place for you to start healing. You are never too far gone. You are never too far broken. MS does not have you so much and owns you so much that there is not a starting place that you can slip behind and slip under the eyes of MS and start that healing process. So know that truth. So number 2, I will not believe the lie that I will keep getting worse. I will not believe the lie that MS cannot be beaten. I will not believe the lie that MS is progressive and there's really not much you can do about it. Because I know the truth that says I can outcreate, outwork, and outthink MS through movement, mindset, education, and support. Just because you've been told that MS is a progressive condition and that it's going to get worse, just because you got another label slapped on you that says you went from relapsing remitting to secondary or you went to primary or whatever the heck it is, like, I don't care. And you shouldn't care. The plan doesn't change. The fact of the matter is that we can out-plan and out-strategize MS. MS has one pathology. Its job is to go in and demyelinate your nerves. It has one method of attack, and it creates a bunch of different symptoms, but like physiologically, it has one pathology. You as a human being, you as an MS Gym athlete, you as one of my athletes have a multi-tiered, multi-pronged approach and strategy against MS. We strengthen our mind, we fuel our body, we hydrate our body, we move our body, we get educated about our body, about MS, and we ask and reach out for and create bonds and relationships around us that will support us and lift us up to keep us on the right track when we get down. MS has one path that it knows how to use. We have 5. Do not believe the lie that MS is just going to keep getting worse and worse and worse and worse. It will keep getting worse and worse and worse and worse if you don't interact, if you don't intervene, if you don't take action, if you don't step in and be like, nope, I'm done. I'm doing something different. You're not having me. You're not taking me over. I am going to outwork, outbelieve, outtrust, and outlove you. Because I have a community, I have a plan, I have a coach, I know what I'm doing. I have a plan of attack against you, MS. You're not winning. Number 3, I will not believe the lie that I've tried everything. Because if you tried everything, you would have gotten results like the MS Gym is getting on your own without me. And it's not all about me. I'm only one piece of this. I'm your coach. I'm speaking. I'm educating. I'm developing programs. But you are the other piece. This community is the other piece. You have never stepped foot into a program, a coaching method, a moderator team, a leadership team, and a community that is positive, loving, accepting, welcoming, empowering, educating, that will relentlessly and ruthlessly protect you, pick you up, guide you, walk with you, help you, support you, and celebrate with you through this all. You've been alone, and you're not alone anymore. The thing is that you will not believe the lie that you've tried everything, because you know that you are now committed to exercising, eating, thinking, and learning how to heal every day. You have not been committed to exercise, eating, believing, and knowing, and getting educated and learning how to heal every day. Otherwise, you would have been here, but you would have had those successes by now. Just saying. I've gone through this too. I've had to have these same conversations with myself. Number 4, I won't believe the lie that my circumstances are worse than someone else's. Or their circumstances, they have it all, so that's why they're healing. They have a supportive husband. They have the finances. They have good relationships with their kids. They have a good neurologist. They have the time. They don't work. They don't have kids. All of that is just a lie to hold you down and to keep you in the place of you thinking that you cannot heal because your circumstances are that bad. And I just want to let you know the truth. So you will not believe that your circumstances are worse than others, because you know the truth that everybody in the MS planet and in this world need these things to heal. They need a plan. They need the right coaching. And they need a supportive family, a supportive group, a supportive team. They need belief in themselves. They need the discipline to stay focused. And they need the will, the spirit, the energy, the drive, the vision, and the focus to keep moving every day, because movement is medicine. Your MS medicine against MS. So it doesn't matter what your circumstances are. Please know, and I say this with all due respect, you are not that special. Your case is not that bad. Your MS is not that bad, more worser than everybody else's. MS is an equal opportunity destroyer. It has no respect for race, gender, finances, demographics, like profession, education. MS is an equal opportunity destroyer, but guess what? The MS Gym athlete and the MS Gym provide an equal opportunity for all of you to rise up and beat, counteract, manage, and reign over your MS. Because you guys all have the same opportunity. You have the same exercise plans available, the same coaching available, you have the same family available, you can believe in yourself, you have the will to drive and move forward, and you have the discipline to stay focused. You have an equal opportunity to heal. All of you. There is no levels in here. There is no caste system in here. Everybody has an equal opportunity to heal and overcome an equal opportunity destroyer in here. Number 5, I will not believe the lie that nothing is happening, that I'm not getting better, because I know this truth. If I am putting in the effort, if I am exercising, if I am trying to maintain my mindset, if I'm tapping into the right community, if I'm following the program, then you have to know that neuroplastic change is a learning process. And oftentimes your brain is learning while you still have symptoms. Your brain is still learning while your MS is progressing. Your brain is still learning when your mindset and your body and the way that you live your life seems just the same as it was a month ago before you even started the MS gym. But guess what? Neuroplastic change happens without you knowing. And all of a sudden, things will just start to get better. All of a sudden, you will stand up. All of a sudden, you won't have to take a nap during the day. All of a sudden, you will walk from the parking lot to your car and not need your cane. All of a sudden, your eyes will get better, your ears will get better, your balance will get better. All of a sudden, you'll sleep better. All of a sudden, your brain will be clear. All of a sudden, ... That's neuroplastic change. You learn. It's just like going to school. There's that tedious discipline of going to school and doing your homework, practicing your flashcard, practicing your multiplication tables, practicing whatever the heck it is, so that when the time is right, when the circumstances are right, when you're put in a position that you need to use your new language, all of a sudden it just comes out of your mouth. All of a sudden it just comes out of your body. Because at that point, the brain has gone through so much practice and so many repetition that when your brain is called upon itself, when the situation calls upon your brain to produce the outcome that you're wanting, all of a sudden you just do it. That's learning. That's neuroplasticity. That's progress. That leads me into my next one, number 6. I will not believe the lie that my victory or my victories were flukes. Were a one-time event. Were just a random good day. Because I know that victory or my victories, no matter how small or how big, are proof that my brain can heal, that my body can learn, that I can counteract MS. Your victories, MS gymmers, are your proof that this works. Your proof that you can change. Your proof that this is not the end. Your proof that you can write your future. Your victories, do not negate your victories. Do not take away from the effort that you put in. Do not take those for granted. And do not let the lies in your head tell you like, oh, that was just a fluke, or oh, I got a lot of sleep that night, or oh, it just all came together, but now that was 3 weeks ago and now I'm still the same place I was. No, you need to focus on that one victory. And you need to reject the lies of your current day that tells you that you're not getting better. Because if you've had a victory, whether it's so small, like I could put my head back and not fall down, or I could pick up something off the ground and not fall, or I had 2% more energy today. I need you to focus on that small victory, because that small victory is proof that you can improve and you can get better, and there is hope and this can happen. Do not negate your victories, for that is only spitting in your own face. I'm telling you guys, like, celebrate that. Love yourself, reward yourself, and praise yourself that you were strong enough to get to that victory. Because it's real. It's truth. It is not a fluke. And don't let anybody tell you any different. Yourself included, and the entire rest of the world outside of this. Your victories are real. This goes into truth number 7. I will not believe the lie that my results are temporary. The thing is, you guys, neuroplastic change is permanent. Muscle memory is permanent. Unless you are paralyzed and you are brain dead, your brain will remember the things that it learned. And it will be able to access those at the right time. And the way that you keep neuroplasticity and learning alive is to use it, practice it, reflect on it, keep thinking about it. Because how many times have you heard it's just like riding a bike? Well, you learn how to ride a bike, your brain doesn't ever forget. You learn the habit of thinking negatively, you have to learn the habit of thinking positively. You had to learn that the sky is blue. Your brain doesn't forget that the sky is blue. Your brain doesn't forget that you're a man or a woman. Your brain doesn't forget that a car is a car. Your brain doesn't forget that gravity is gravity. Your brain doesn't forget that sleep is sleep. Your brain doesn't forget that an apple is an apple. There is neuroplastic learning that has happened that allows you to perceive the world around you. The same thing happens in your brain when your brain learns a new way to move, a new way to function, and a new way to be. That becomes reality. The only way that it slips and slides is if you reject it and tell yourself that it's temporary. It is not temporary. Neuroplastic change is as permanent as it can get. I am proving that right now by the language that I'm speaking. Every word that I'm saying to you right now is a learned word. The way that I say it in my mouth, the way that my teeth move, the way that my tongue moves, the way that my hand's moving, the way that I lean forward is a learned nonverbal communication. Neuroplasticity is learned and it is permanent. If you keep using it, you will not lose it. You won't even lose it, period. It's always there. It's just, is it awake or is it asleep? Is it awake or is it asleep? Is it awake or is it asleep? You will never lose it. So practice. Practice is so worth it. Number 8, I will not believe the lie. On my worst days, I will not believe the lie that mindset training is foolish or trite or useless or cheesy. The thing is, your mind, the way that you think, the way that you perceive, the internal conversations, the external conversations coming out of your mouth is what allows thoughts to get life or be killed. They bring life or they bring death. And your mind is the one thing that is guaranteed to affect your progress. Mindset training, I can tell you straight up, and I'm going to put out an email tomorrow to prove this, but mindset training is the most important thing that you can do for living a life with a chronic condition. If my mindset wasn't clear and strong today, if I didn't have faith and I didn't have belief and I wasn't feeding good things into my brain all weekend, I would not be standing here with you right now. I would have moved Motivation Monday to tomorrow or Wednesday or not even done it and sit there and feel sorry for myself and mad and irritated that I feel like crap and why is this happening again? I thought I was getting better. I feel so weak. I feel so tired. No, I got up and I'm like, I'm going on camera today. I'm going to step into my pain. I'm going to step into my suffering and I'm going to live this out with my MS gymmers to show them that I understand them. I go through the same thing that you guys do. I can be the movement expert and I can show you everything biomechanically that your body can do and is supposed to do and how movement can help you. But I struggle with mindset and I struggle with thoughts and I struggle with getting in the right frame of mind just the same as you do. Because we all are living with chronic conditions and a body that turns on itself in a mind that's saying, why me? Why is this happening? So you need to know that your body will go nowhere that your mind cannot see. Your body will go nowhere that your mind cannot see. You must envision it. You must believe it. You must have faith in it. You must practice it. You must practice it. You must practice it. Because the more you practice, the more you see that vision, the more you walk towards that vision, it will come to fruition. If you have not seen it, MOCers, check out Melissa Hayes' post in there. She saw it, that she was going to walk a mile around this track. It's all she focused on. It's all she worked towards, and she did it. And she's awesome. Number 9, I will not believe the lie that MS cannot be beaten. We said it. MS will submit to my efforts. MS will submit to my efforts. MS will submit to my efforts. Because at the end of the day, your brain rules over MS. Because your brain and your mind rule all. I don't care what is going on inside your body. You can speak healing. You can speak recovery. You can speak transformation. You can speak restoration in your body no matter what imbalance is there. Because MS is just an imbalance. It's a disruption. It's an interruption. It's a blurry map. MS will submit to your belief, your faith, your effort, your discipline, your focus, and your vision for your life. Know that. And number 10, I will not believe the lie that I am alone in this fight. You never have to be alone again. You have a family, you have a home, you have a place, you have a purpose. You never have to fight this beast again alone. You never have to go through another day alone because you have the MS Gym. That's why I created it. Yes, I wanted to get my exercise programs out to help you heal. But more than that, Misty and I set out to create a community that would support the MSers, because I know how emotionally beat up you have gotten, how relationally abandoned you have been, how physically neglected you have, what physical negligence you have experienced, professional negligence. So you have a home here. It's called the MS Gym. It's called your family. You have the exercise plans to help you. You have the mindset meds to help you. You have the education to empower you. You have the family here to support you. You have the coach here to guide you. And all you got to do is say, I'm in, I want to be here, and I'm not believing the lies anymore. So that's what I got for you guys today. That's what I got for you guys today. So I'm going to put this sheet up in the MS Gym. I'm going to let you guys read through it. I want you to take in the simple bullet points that are on that sheet, and I want you to declare today that I will not believe the lies of MS, because I know the MS Gym truths. Now, the list is not contained to this. I could probably make a list of 50 truths. But it's just something to give you out on your rough days, on those doubtful days, on those struggling days, on the days that you're not sure that you can do this. You look at this sheet and you're like, you know what? That's one of those lies. There's one of those truths. I'm gonna hang my hat on that today. I'm gonna anchor myself in that today, and I'm gonna keep marching forward in that today. So with me today, I'm hanging my hat on. I will not believe the lies that I'm getting worse. I cannot get better. You have no energy. The MS Gym is taking you out, wearing you out, burning you out. Like, you're never going to heal. These are the things that went through my head today. This weekend. Today I woke up and I'm like, you know what? I am healing. We are running down my enemy. We are chasing him down, binding him up, casting him out, and crushing him. I will get healthy right alongside my MS Gymmers. I will speak life and truth to my community, and I will rise above, and I will finally defeat the stuff that's inside my body to show and prove that healing is possible. That counteracting a chronic illness, chronic disease is possible, because I need to go first if I'm the leader. I need to go first and experience this so they know I know what I'm talking about, and I know that they know that I know what they're going through. So I sit here today with a painful body, an exhausted body, a shaky mindset, and just kind of an uncertain spirit, deriving energy from my love for you, my passion for you, and my sold out commitment to you that we will heal this together. We will heal you together. We will walk through this together. We will not let each other fall. We will rise above this. We will conquer our enemies. We will conquer our challenges, and we will live the lifestyles of a peaceful warrior. Peace-filled until it's time to fight, and then you don't want to mess with us. So I love you guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for my patience with my brain fog issues and losing words. I love you guys. I feel fired up. That's probably the most energy that I'm going to be spending all day. I got to go recover now. I got to go move. I got to go eat well. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. I love you.